Yo pienso que va a ser difícil para latinos porque yo sé que en la cultura latina de veras no se habla de ser homosexual y de experiencias sexuales, entonces sería un poco difícil para ir y preguntarle al doctor por esa medicación. Yo no he visto nada de comerciales o lo que sea acerca de PrEP, y he visto en Grindr personas que tienen en su perfil que dice que están tomando PrEP.
I think oftentimes, especially in the Latino culture, you know, we come from a very high context culture where we're all about how it looks, how it feels, you know, so at the moment, at least here in LA, there's no visuals, there's no posters, there's no advertisement for this prevention method. And I think that's the missing key to this, you know, unless there's something familiar, people are they're gonna tune out.
Amongst Latinos, I think you have to really educate them, because a lot of them, what you don't want people to think is it's a cure, or it's you know, we're back to the 70s, let's do whatever we want, you know, type of pill, you know. That's why I relate it to, you know. It's like, okay, we could do whatever we want now. You know, you want to make sure people are educated. You know, it's just lowering your risk.
A lot of the early PrEP acceptability studies have shown that social harms or stigma may impact whether people want to use it, and also the adherence to using PrEP. So I think that's going to be a big piece of whether or not Latinos decide to use PrEP, and then if they decide to use it, whether they'll continue to use it and use it properly. You have to admit that you're in a risk group that's likely to get infected. The problem is going to be even more dramatic with Latino MSM, because there's other stigmas, and it's called a layering of stigmas. The immigrant status stigma that's attached. Language proficiency maybe is another stigma that may be attached. Homosexuality is stigmatized in the Latino community. HIV is stigmatized. So if you layer all those on top of a Latino MSM who's trying to decide whether or not to use PrEP, it becomes more difficult than for someone who doesn't have these multiple layers of stigma.
I think we have a long way to go to preventing HIV and to bring the numbers down. I think if we come together and we disclose it and we discuss it more and be more honest about what we're doing before our sexual activity and what we're doing in our sexual activity, that's going to be the leeway of being able to prevent HIV and STDs from being passed on.
We are concerned how there's not conversation with MSMs, but there's not conversation about heterosexual sex either. The question should be, do you have sex with men, women, or both? You know, no judgment, just what do you do? And it's not about identifying people. It's about understanding what their sexual acts are to prevent sexually transmitted diseases.
Muy poco de mis pacientes comentan sobre eso. En el caso mío depende en que yo les eduque sobre esa forma de prevención. Pero muchos de ellos no saben que existe. La mayoría de mis pacientes tienen dificultad encontrando trabajo. Es difícil contactarlos porque no tienen teléfonos. Entonces la realidad es que no tienen acceso a estos métodos. Yo educo pacientes en charlas sobre diferentes temas, y es cuando yo tomo la oportunidad de educarlos sobre PrEP.
I have the opportunity as a researcher to really look at the issue, and as a Latino gay researcher to look at it specifically with my community. There aren't a lot of researchers that are doing that. When I continuously read about different research projects, HIV research projects, they're done by non-Latinos, and they lump Latinos with all the other groups, not recognizing that Latinos have this whole set of cultural constructs which really influences their health behavior. I think that the Latino community has not been as aware as it should be. PrEP is now becoming a little more familiar within the community, but other communities knew about it way back, and it's only now becoming sort of something that Latinos are talking about, and that shouldn't happen.